I'm Kelly Murphy. I'm an opposite hitter, and I'm from Wilmington, Illinois.
Who's the funniest player on the team?
I think collectively they're all pretty funny, but right now I'm spending a lot of time with Kirsty Jackson, and she's making me laugh a lot.
What's been your favorite volleyball trip?
With USA or?
Any trip.
I think it would have to be the trip that we took this summer to Omaha. It wasn't a very exotic location, but we were able to have a lot of family there, and that was really special to be able to have a lot of our hometown fans and our family there watching us.
Okay. Name an interesting item that you bring on road trips and why.
Oh, an interesting item. I always try to bring a neck pillow for airplanes. I'm not a very good sleeper on airplanes, and so the neck pillow helps me try and get as much sleep as possible.
If not for volleyball, what sport would you be playing?
Probably softball. That was the last sport that I was competitively playing before I just exclusively went to volleyball.
Speaking of that, when did you start playing volleyball and how was that experience like?
I joined my first club team when I was 11, and it was fun, but I didn't know anybody and I'm kind of shy, so I enjoyed the volleyball part, but it wasn't super fun my first year, but after that it was really fun.
What factors made you fall in love with the sport?
My mom played and coached, and so I was around it ever since I was born, and so I just loved it ever since I can remember, and I like the fact that it's such a skill-oriented sport, and so you can not be the most physical person and player and still be good at the game if you're good at the skills.
If you were to provide some words of wisdom to young kids starting out the sport, what would that be?
I would say just try to play as much as possible. Get as many reps as you can. It's all about perfecting the skills, and so any chance you have to touch a volleyball and play volleyball, I would take it.
What has been your favorite volleyball memory besides the volleyball trip that you mentioned earlier?
I think it would have to be in college. We had my junior season of college at Florida. We had a really fun team and we had a really successful season, and just that whole season it was really fun for us. We played really well together and we had a lot of fun, and we had a really successful season, so that was probably my favorite memory of a team and a season.
What 3 words or phrases would you describe your play on the court?
I'd say consistent, and calm, and vision, I guess.
In contrast, what 3 words or phrases would you describe your personality off the court?
Off the court. Wow, these are more in-depth ones. I'm pretty shy at first. I can be kind of sarcastic once I do open up, and I would say I'm friendly but shy.
You played setter as well as opposite in college.
Mm-hmm.
How has that prepared you for this next level?
I think I have a pretty good understanding of just like the flow of the game from setting and kind of the rhythm, so I can kind of like, not predict, but I just kind of feel like where the ball's going to go, and especially when I'm hitting, it helps me like as far as my approach. I can tell where our setter is and where I think the ball's going to go from there, and so I think it's helped me a lot, is just knowing the flow and the rhythm of the game.
Describe a key turning point in your volleyball career that helped you kind of get to the next stage.
I would have to say it's probably this season in Puerto Rico. It was my first season since I was 17 where I was just playing opposite, and so just being able to focus on hitting and kind of getting back into that rhythm of the game, and having that mindset of just being an opposite hitter and not being a setter in the back row. It was a struggle at first, and then I was able to battle through, and that kind of helped me to get to where I am today is just becoming only an opposite.
This is your first year training with the senior national team. Did you expect this much success in being the MVP at NORCECA Championships this early?
No, I didn't. I didn't really know what to expect because it was my first summer with the national team, and but I think being in the gym this summer and just all the training that I was able to do, and exclusively focus on just training as an opposite and getting used to the speed and the system of USA. The culture of the gym was really helpful in helping new people become accustomed to what they were doing in USA, and I think that played a huge part. It was just the people in the gym and the way that we're running things now.
On volleyball road trips, when you have downtime, what do you like to do in your free time?
I watch a lot of shows on my computer. I'm pretty much all caught up now, but I've been watching The Vampire Diaries, New Girl, and I do have books. I haven't started reading them yet, but I'll read a book or two, but it's mostly watching shows on the computer.
And when you're not involved with volleyball but have free time, is that the same kind of things you like to do, or do you spend time with family or any other things?
Yes, I live kind of far from my family, so I mean when I go to visit them it's great, but I go see a lot of movies. I like going to the movie theater, and I like getting sun whenever possible. I spend most of my time in Florida, so being by the pool is where I like to be.
Okay. For this winter, what are your volleyball plans?
I am looking to go play somewhere in January. I haven't signed anywhere yet, so until then I'll be in Florida probably, mostly in Gainesville, training somewhere in Gainesville, and just staying in shape so I can be ready to go in January.
Okay, and the last question, if there was a viable U.S. Professional league here in the United States, would that be something that you'd be interested in playing in?
Yeah, I think it's cool that we get the opportunity to play overseas and see different countries, but after a while it's nice to be back in the U.S., and I think if that was an option, it would be an amazing opportunity to be able to play in front of your family and your friends and see different parts of the U.S. I think that it's great for the sport that we get to play overseas and experience that, but it'd be nice to have the option to stay at home and play if you wanted to.